Welcome to this week's craft. David prayed and praised straight from his head, didn't need a book or anything like that, it just came to him. But sometimes it can be a bit tricky to know what to pray or what to say to God. So this week I thought we'd make some prayer prompts. We've got two different ideas. One's very simple and one's a little bit more complicated. So I shall show you the simple one first and then do the complicated one later, and you can skip the complicated one if you just want to do the easier one. So for this week's craft, you'll need pens, paper, scissors, ruler, and that's it. So this is the first simpler idea. I've got a square piece of paper divided into 4 sections with the letters of pray, P-R-A-Y, written round. And for each of those letters, I've thought of a word that can help you think what to pray. So we've got P for praise, R for reflect, A for ask, and Y for yes. And although prayers don't have to have these bits, if we think about the Lord's Prayer, it does have these aspects in the prayer. So for praise, we can say how awesome God is. So I've got a kind of superhero picture there and how amazing his creation is. I've got the world there. For reflection, you can think back over the week and think what you're thankful for or think what you're sorry for. For ask, that's all the things you might be asking God for. So help with something that's tricky or the health of someone you love. And then yes is like for the amen, which means so be it or yes. Okay, so first thing you need to do is get a square of paper. Most paper comes in a rectangle. So to make a square, you fold one corner of the rectangle down till the straight edge is against the other straight edge, and you then have made a triangle or right angle triangle, and then just cut off the end so you've got a square. Doesn't matter what size piece of paper you have. I did a little tiny one that could be like a bookmark, or a medium-sized one that you could hang, or a big one from an A4 piece of paper. So once you've got your square, go corner to corner and draw a straight line to divide the square in half. And then turn it round and join the other 2 corners. Then decide how you want your word pray to be. I think it's best to probably keep your letters upright. So we've got P, R, A, and Y. And then to help you remember, we're going to write what those words stand for. So praise, reflect and ask. And then you can decorate each section however you want. You could just do pretty patterns. Or you could draw something that reflects what that section is saying. So you could do a speech bubble for ask. And if you're good at drawing, you could draw a thumbs up or a tick for yes. Or if you've got stickers, then decorate it with stickers. And then you've got a reminder to help you think about what to pray. So this is a slightly more complicated craft. Again, you need to start with a square piece of paper. So fold your rectangle piece of paper so the edges meet, and then cut off that end so you're left with a square. When you've got your square, you're going to fold it diagonally so the corner meets the corner. Open it up again, turn it round and fold it again so the other corner meets the corner. So you've now got a square with a cross in the middle. Then you're going to fold down each corner to meet the middle. Then you're going to turn your new smaller square over and again turn each corner to meet the middle. Now you've got an even smaller square. Then fold all those little triangles. I'm going to fold it in half. I'm going to open it up, turn it round and fold it in half again. And then with a little bit of moving around, you should be left with a little thing like that. So now we've got to choose what goes on the outside and what goes on the inside. So on the outside, I'm going to write the letters to pray, P-R-A-Y, and I actually chose colours that had the same number of letters as those words on this one. So you can do that. So we've got P for praise, R for reflect, Y for yes, and A for ask. Then in the middle, you're going to choose numbers for each of those sections, and you need to have odd numbers and even numbers. I chose numbers that had something that could help me think of something to pray about. So there's 4 people in my family, so that made me think of family. There's 1 God, 2 testaments. We have 3 meals a day, so I could thank for food. 12 disciples, so I could think of all the stories Jesus told. We have 5 fingers, so I could be thankful for all of the clever way our bodies work. 10 commandments, and there's 7 oceans, so that could help me think of all of the creation that I can be thankful for. And then under each one of those, you're going to write something to pray about. And that can be connected to those numbers, or it could be just something completely different. So I'm going to write Our Father in that one, for the Lord's Prayer. I'm going to think of some other things, family. I'm going to write sing a song, worship song in that one. And you go round and fill each of those little triangles with an idea. And then you've got, when you want to do a prayer and you want some tips to pray, you can use your little paper thing to help you with that. So we're going to praise. You could sing a worship song, choose a number, number 1. And underneath that, it might say something like sing a worship song, and you can sing a worship song, or the Lord's Prayer, and you can say the Lord's Prayer. So have fun making it, and we'd love to see what you make. Bye.